SCR has its new 158 mesh on the track, following with announcements on taking procedures to improve development insight and introducing a new Lua U gameplay engineer. Introducing Dovedale on the news list, they've recently released their version 1.0 overhauling their entire game. We'll see what this game has to offer. Some games are preparing on Christmas, putting their decorations and creating events. We'll see more details on what these games are planning to do during the holidays. All this and more coming on tonight's RTN. It's Aaron from Golden Squid Extra, Greggs and Trainorama. Welcome to today's RTN. Firstly, let's begin with Stafford County Railway. There's actually a lot going on. Right after Peng had his recent SCR stream, the SCR team released at the right time, showing their V1.10.13 update. This update really only has a Class 158 mesh, but it does have a double set for the train, and they did do quite a few bug updates, but we don't really see those visibly. The new Class 158 has its new detailed look, going away from the old nostalgic new gen model to a complete brand new mesh. It has a new yellow and blue displays inside, no more of those part glitches or stupid decals that just break. They've done a rather difficult job on this train, and it's farewell to the famous first next gen train in SCR. Now onto their Discord, and new technical lead Jason Rusk has announced some strategies to improve development stages. The message communicates the commitment of SCR to be transparent and communication within its community. They're announcing the launch of a feature roadmap which will provide insights into development progress and upcoming features. This roadmap aims to foster a stronger connection with the users, encouraging feedback to shape SCR's future. However, it emphasises the roadmap serves as a general plan rather than a strict schedule, and features will be released as they are ready without specific dates. The message ends with gratitude for the community's involvement and invites continued input for collaborative growth. Weird thing is though, this is not a new thing they've come up in the development team. They used to have a public Trello board showing their upcoming features and the progress, how it's going. Then, at some point they removed the public, but I guess it's great to see the roadmap coming back in use for SCR development space. One more thing to add, a new PDV is now in the team. James, introducing himself as Dim-Witted Sorcery, is a new Lua gameplay engineer at SCR. He expresses excitement about joining the team and having a diverse experience in Roblox game development, including simulators, hotels, sports and aviation. Outside of Roblox, he's a degree apprentice in the UK, specialising in network and software engineering at a telecom firm. James plans to contribute insights from his diverse background to improve SCR. Currently, he's focusing on a technical roadmap alongside the director and community, aiming for an optimistic yet realistic plan. Overall, from all of the news, SCR is slowly accelerating their progress again, starting to organise themselves after the major controversy last year. Now, I do have a new game to note in RTN, probably our last for a while, requested by many and the dev team itself. It's Dovedale Railway. If I have to summarise it for those who don't know, it's a Roblox train game with a small network in a miniaturish scale. Not as small as Rose Scale, but not as big. Recently, they've had their full major release update, with all stations overhauled, a new loading menu, a main menu, new signal boxes, information panels, trains, new guard panel for selected trains, upgraded scenery and new AI passengers, and a revamped driving GUI, and so much more. Overall, this is basically an update that makes Dovedale a completely new game to everyone. There's so much more to talk about Dovedale, but since this RTN is already longer than usual, I'd recommend you to check it out yourself, and we'll report what's new with Dovedale in our future reports. Now that Christmas is not too far off, besides, it's less than a month away, so it's the ideal time to start prepping and get ready for Christmas. One of these games who are preparing are Canterbury and District. Showing on their latest sneak peek, the dev team has decided to put some wintry lights and decorations across the streets, so expect the holiday vibes to be coming out of Canterbury very soon. Now the next group we're going to cover is All Change. However, things don't seem to be revealing as of yet. On their Discord server, a new Discord text channel popped up containing All Change Christmas theme logo, and something to look out for in the new reaction role, specifically called AC Christmas. We're not too sure what to expect, but I predict there's going to be some Christmas themed events coming around the corner. Moving on, Croydon is also preparing something similar to what we predict. V1.4 is still months away, but in the meanwhile, they prepared a new Croydon Christmas update for this year starting tomorrow. Finally, RSU's lobby will have a new look, with things all looking snowy, some ducks playing ice hockey. Is that an American thing? I don't know. So I eat sausage rolls on a daily basis. I don't know, I eat Greggs on a daily basis. Speaking of RSU, let's have a look on what they've done recently. First off, Dan has sent some cinematic videos of their upcoming CFX C30-7 and some familiar coaches that we've seen but in a different livery. More excitingly, there are now crossing gate actions, realistic bounce effects, and they'll be activated by speed and time sensors and motion detectors. Conductors and engineers will be able to eventually trigger the crossing activation when approaching. Crossing motors realistically slow down when near the full down position to change gearing. It's super easy to configure and set up. Each crossing will have slightly randomized timing to match the real life gate accuracy. This feature adds a new level of realism when driving and exploring the areas. At the moment, it is at a demo phase, and it's quite literally only goes up and down in a loop to demonstrate the effects. So technically, it's not fully functional as of now. More excitingly, that came in the game is the BL36PH. It is now drivable in the game, although at the moment it only has a placeholder horn. Finally, to finish off the summary of RSU, they've done some lighting changes as well. Victoria Line is looking to brighten up the colours in their game by adding advertisement in their space. Overhead Wires has announced last week to find some submissions on adverts. The announcement invites creative individuals to contribute unique advert designs for placement along the Victoria Line within the game environment. The guidelines emphasise creating fictional but realistic adverts without references to real-life world entities or humour. Following the providing templates and compliance with Roblox terms and service are required. Design can be submitted via the Centro Discord server, providing an opportunity to bring imaginative concepts to the game's environment. The results from the community, however, were quite problematic. Many people had minor copyright issues, like including registered trademarks and other content. Other than that, many submissions have been looked at, and many of them have been added, most of them with transport-related adverts. Probably too much. Before we end today's RTN, I would like to note London Commuter's recent preview on the Piccadilly line. It shows a picture of Earls Court Station with one of the platforms. Noted it is heavily work in progress, so there's nothing much to see, but it's worth a look. Just like that, we've covered on everything you need to know in the Roblox train and bus community. Thank you all for watching and listening to tonight's RTN. I'm Aaron, signing off.